Natasha Zuvez is in the Live Center with more.
Yeah, that's right, Coach. Well, this just broke in the last 15 minutes, and you are looking at a live picture. You can see that smoke and those flames rising there. This is on a western ridge at Lilac Road at Sierra Rojo Road in Valley Center. We just spoke with CAL FIRE, and they're dispatching aircrafts to dump water. We will bring you more. Bill and Koshal.
All right, thank you so much, Natasha. We want to go to Ray Cheney now with CAL FIRE, who has more on exactly where this fire is. And it looks like it's in a remote area, but there are some scattered homes around. Ray, are any evacuations underway right now?
Hi, good afternoon. Right now, we're coordinating with law enforcement to see if there is a need for evacuation, but primarily focused right now on aggressive perimeter control with the aircraft and the ground attack.
How big is it, Ray?
Right now, it's estimating, I don't have an exact acreage. It's probably at least 2 acres plus.
A couple of acres. Now, it's not near any really, as we can see, densely populated areas. At the same time, it doesn't look like it's densely forested either. What kind of brush are they seeing around there?
Right now, it's probably a scattered mix of grass and different types of brush, but regardless, we're going to go ahead and aggressively attack that fire based upon what we're seeing in the fire behavior, yeah.
And you guys did dispatch aircraft from Ramona?
Yes, we have aircraft from Ramona at scene now. It should be coming on scene right now. You'll have our command and control aircrafts at scene as well as the air tankers at scene, and we have 2 helicopters coming out of Gillespie.
Now, are you shorthanded at all because of the troops you've had to send up to Camarillo and to Banning?
No, right now we do that in a measured way. We make sure that we still have adequate resources to protect the county. So if we do send resources out, we assure that we still have what we call drawdown level, so we have resources able to respond to fires just like this.
And Ray, we've been talking about this red flag warning that's been in effect since yesterday. It is going to expire today at 6 p.m. and we've already seen how the winds have died down. How is that going to help your efforts, firefighting efforts today?
Well, it's going to greatly benefit us. As soon as we can get to more of an onshore flow, get our relative humidity to come up, that's going to help us with the fire behavior. The fire behavior won't be as great, and that allows us a better opportunity to control fires like the one in Valley Center.
This is a couple of miles off the 15. Is it difficult for the ground crews to get there if you need to have them?
No, actually, we had engine companies at scene very quickly within a few moments of the fire starting, and they're as you'll see, they're going to be aggressively attacking both the right and left side or the flank of the fire. And they're going to be being supported with aircraft right now.
Well, Sky 10 again is widening out and trying to show us some of the smoke. It looks like it's being contained to a pocket. Now, sometimes on these kinds of brush fires, Ray, you can tell by the color of the smoke whether we're winning the battle or not. In this case, it looks like the smoke is all white. Is that a good indicator here or not?
Yeah, that's very intuitive on your part. Yeah, exactly. The color of the smoke is indicative of the type of fire behavior. So if you see, for example, black and very rapidly moving smoke, that's indication of extreme fire behavior. If you have kind of what we call a lazy column or white smoke, that's also indication of maybe not as aggressive fire behavior. And also you look at, is the column of smoke rising quickly up to the top in altitude, or is it bent over close to the ground with a strong wind on it like we've seen in Ventura County?
And for our folks who are watching, is it too late to build that defensible space? Obviously, we've already had a red flag warning today, but things are going to cool off in the next couple of days, and we're expecting rain next week.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, here's an opportune time to check with your family, make sure you have a good plan for fire season, make sure you discuss it tonight at the dinner table to pose the what if a fire did affect us. And it's not really when, it's if, it's when it will, because all of us in San Diego County are very familiar with our fire season. So bottom line is be prepared, talk to your family about it, have a plan.
And Ray, this is deceptive too, I know, because we're looking at essentially what looks like green shrubbery here in Valley Center. Once again, we're near the intersection of Lilac and Sierra Rojo Roads in Valley Center. It looks like the material being burned is green. That's deceptive sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, extremely deceptive. As a matter of fact, we're seeing, all the fuel vegetation in California is distressed with the lack of rain. So you're seeing vegetation that's burning in similar conditions that would be October, September conditions, so it can be quite deceptive.
So green doesn't mean moist in this case, or not prone to fire. It still could be bone dry.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is pretty early. I mean, we're talking about May, and already we're seeing fires like we've seen in Ventura County and Riverside County. How does that make you feel?
Well, for everybody in the industries, obviously on edge. We're concerned with the lack of rain. We're concerned with the fire behavior we're observing this early on in fire season. So it's really going to be incumbent upon us as professional firefighters as well as the public to work cooperatively. What we need from the public is preparation on their part, preparing their family, preparing their home, and then we'll provide the offense when and if a fire starts.
Now, Ray, again, we're speaking of Ray Cheney from CAL FIRE, by the way. We certainly appreciate the time. We're seeing the firefighters on the ground right now, and they have a long length of water hose stretched out. I'm really kind of surprised that in a place like Valley Center they'd have access to this kind of water. That looks like a good water pressure out there.
Yeah, well, what we'll do is every engine company carries an allotment of water, typically 500 gallons, and then we also bring what we call water tenders in. And so those are larger capacity, say 2,000-gallon water tenders that will supply water to the fire engines. And then if need be, we'll set up a water shuttle by a local fire hydrant, wherever that case may be. So.
Well, Rick Cheney, thank you so much for your time. We'll check in with you as the news happens. And, of course, continue to follow us on Twitter. And you can also follow us on our website, 10news.com.